Hello there, and you're very welcome to our first pronunciation workshop. Now, as I've said in my blog, in these workshops we're going to be focusing on the mechanics of pronunciation, which means how I use my mouth, how I use my throat, and how I force air in order to create sounds. So one of the first things we need to remember is that English is not a phonetic language. So rather than focusing on letters, which can be very misleading, we're going to focus on symbols. So today I'm going to introduce the phonetic symbols, which you can see on this chart, in which we can see all of the sounds we need in order to pronounce properly in English. So as we can see, on the top half we have all of the vowel sounds, and on the bottom half we have all of the consonant sounds. So as we go along, we will refer back to this chart very regularly, because it will help us to distinguish between the sound and the letter. Now when we think about pronunciation, the first idea we need to think about is whether our sound is voiced or it's unvoiced. So what exactly does that mean? So we all know how to use our voices, don't we? Maybe, maybe not. But today, what we're going to do is introduce some very simple exercises which will help us distinguish between voiced and unvoiced sounds. So in order to make these distinctions, we're going to begin by selecting all of the sounds that are associated with the letter S. Now I say associated because, as we know, the sound and the letter don't always coincide. So let's refer back to our chart. So I'm going to highlight the sounds using red for unvoiced sounds and green for voiced sounds. So here we can see the S and Z sounds, and I'll show you how to make those in a moment. Now the next set of sounds we're going to look at, again one unvoiced and one voiced, are sh and zh, and here you can see them up close again. So let's have a look at how we make those first two sounds. We make a lazy smile, and your tongue should touch your bottom teeth. Now push the air out. Sss. Like a snake, or like air escaping from a tire. Sss. So this is the sound that's most generally associated with S, and it's an unvoiced sound. How do I know? Because I have no vibration in my throat. Okay, so the exercise that I want us all to do together right now, take your fingers and put them here. Now make that sound again. Sss. You'll feel no vibration. Now, to make the second sound, we use the same motion, exactly the same. The air comes out the same, the corners of our mouths are the same, and our tongue touches the bottom teeth. Everything is the same, except we add the vibration. So again, put your fingers here. Now try it. Zzz. Voiced has a vibration. Zzz. And the first one, no vibration, unvoiced. Zzz. 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 Can you feel the difference? So now we'll look at our next couple, and our next couple had the sh and zh sounds. Now the form is slightly different. You need to bring the corners of your mouth closer. I always get the image of a librarian. Shh. And the motion is quite like the motion a goldfish makes in the water when it's blowing bubbles. Okay? So it's a strange one with your mouth. Now, we do that, but also you need to create resistance. So your tongue has to be high in your mouth. Shh. And when we want to make the second sound, we just add a vibration. Zzz. Zzz. Same motion, adding a vibration. Can you feel the difference? Shh. Zzz. Yeah? Okay, great. Now let's look at these sounds in words. And the first word we're going to look at is resistance. Now, you can see that we have the symbol for Z once and the symbols for S twice. But look at the letters. We can see that they do not correspond. Resistance. Now let's have a look at the word visualization. And we're focusing on the pronunciation on the left, where we have zh, we have z, and we have sh. Visualization. And again we see that the letters do not correspond with the symbols. So there are two main ideas to take away. The first idea, and the most important, is that English is not phonetic. We have to think in terms of sounds, not letters. And the second, we have to distinguish between voiced and unvoiced sounds. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. But remember, there are plenty more available on blarneystoneenglish.com, where you can also get in contact with me about online classes or presential classes in the Madrid area. I hope you found this useful. If you have, please share it with your friends. And remember, blarneystoneenglish.com. I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye bye.